How's it going? Call me Dave. Bit chilly, isn't it? Oh, the AA have issued a severe weather warning. Anyone travelling in icy conditions should take a shovel, blanket, sleeping bag, extra clothing, scarf, hat, gloves, 24-hour supply of food and water, de-icer, rock salt, torch, spare battery, petrol can, first aid kit, jump leads. I looked the right cunt on the bus today. Well, they didn't say fucking where you're going or what you're going in, did they? Wildfires at Christmas. They had trouble putting the fires out. All the fucking water had frozen overnight, innit? It's fucking winter, innit? Wildfires in the fucking summer when it's hot. Yeah, I said to the woman the other day, what's your last name, love? She said, it's Long. I said, yeah. He told me, but what is it? It's Long, you know, like Mrs. Long. I went out with a girl once whose initials were bloody B and Q. I should have realised I should have to fucking do everything myself, you know what I mean? Friend just got sacked from the 999 call centre. Man called Abdul called in. He said, I'm laying on the track now. I'm waiting for the train to come so I can finally go and see God. Apparently, stay calm and remain on the line was not the right fucking answer. Do you know what I mean? Got the fucking sack. My friend said, you like healthy food, don't you? You should try Holland and Barrett. I said, fucking Holland and Barrett? We call it fucking Harrods and Barrett round here. I went in and asked for a small fucking packet of peanuts. $5.99. You have to pay by fucking direct debit. Fucking $5.99. And all these youngsters having babies, they're trying to stop it, you know, too many unwanted babies. They just brought out a new range of condoms for the youngsters, you know, to try and stop all these unwanted pregnancies. And they've made them a bit trendy, you know, like, so people will have them, you know. For instance, they've catered for everyone. Now you've got chocolate brownie flavour, you know, in case you're a gay man, you know, come in handy. You've got a cherry pop flavour, you know, in case it's your fucking first time. Custard creams, everyone loves a fucking custard cream, don't they? And cheese and onion. I mean, everyone loves a bag of cheese and onion, don't they? And I thought, well, why should all these youngsters have all the fucking fun? So I bought a pack last night, you know. And the missus went, oh, Dave, cheese. I said, I haven't fucking got one on yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cheese. God, I tell you what, it's got fucking cold, isn't it? Bloody global warming. God. I was going to have some fun with the missus the other night. She took her bra off. I got a fucking nipple in the eye. That was so hard to get away and nearly fucking blinded me. That's how cold it's got, cook. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I was a soldier, you know, not one that you fucking dip in your egg, you know, a real one. I dated a woman. And she was in a parachute regiment, you know. And I got to know her. She had terrible irritable bowel syndrome. Our mate said, well, what happened? How did it go? And I said, well, we split up in the end. He said, why? I said, she shat on me from a great height. You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking irritable well. Watching The Masked Singer. They took the mask off, and that was Carol Decker. No one knew who she fucking was. I said, no, she didn't invent a fucking chocolate bar. She was the lead singer of T'Pau. You know, she's put on a few pounds. She should be called Double Decker. You know what I mean? Carol Double Decker. Yeah. My friend looked really sad. I said, what's wrong? He said, I got married and I've been feeling fucking suicidal ever since. I said, oh yeah, it's the same for fucking most men after 6 months. Life's not the fucking same, is it? He said, I found out I got a disease now. God, she didn't give you an STI, did she, John? He said, I said, she was a good time girl, you know. He said, no. He said, I got Stockholm syndrome. I was like, what's that? He said, that's where you have like a psychological connection and response to being held captive, and you start sympathising with your fucking captor. Fucking hell. I tell you that at the fucking wedding, do they? Yeah. My mate's girlfriend has put on a bit of weight, and I'll try and be helpful. I said, well, why don't you help her, you know? He said, help her. She just shuts me down and fucking shouts at me. I said, well, try starting gently with a 10-minute walk, you know, each day. And he said, 10-minute walk. Have you seen her? I said, no. He said, wherever you sit in the room, you fucking sat next to her. You know what I mean? Fucking feet have got different postcodes. No, I said, next time, mate, you need to get in there a bit earlier, you know, before it gets too far, you know. He said, get in there. I'll need a fucking compass to find it, you know. He said, I had to say to her, I said, fart and give me a clue, will you? I know it's in there somewhere. The last time they made love, apparently, so he said, and he was giving her one, and she said, what's that smell? He said, it's nothing to worry about, darling. My arse is burning on the fucking light bulb. You know what I mean? I meant, discuss a weight loss group or a fucking gastric band. Talk about burning your fucking arse on the light bulb. That was scare her to death. Oh, a nice brew, that, isn't it? Much. Yeah. What's the difference between a man and a condom? Well, condoms have evolved. They're no longer fucking thick and insensitive, are they? Yeah. My friend bought one of those penis enlarger pumps, off Austin Powers, He said it worked really well over a few months. He said, then his missus left him. I said, why? He said, she just couldn't take me any longer. Couldn't take me any longer. What's the difference between a Catholic priest and acne? Well, acne waits until you're 13 before it comes on your face, doesn't it? Ugh. Good old priest, eh? Fucking hell. I heard a rumour the other day that they're now paying for donations at the sperm bank, I said, fellas, I just think of all the money you let fucking slip through your fingers over the years. Get yourself down there. So it went down there, fucking Pamela Anderson, bash one out as we were leaving. The receptionist said, thanks for coming, lads. Fucking thanks for coming. I said, I had to, as a sperm bank. I said, if this was a shit bank, you could thank me for going, couldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Thanks for going. It's this young boy, he's in the bath with his mum, and he looks across at a beaver, and he says, Mum, what's that big airy thing between your legs there, And she said, well, that big airy thing, that's me sponge, son. That's me sponge. He said, oh, yeah, now I remember. I remember the babysitter's got one of them as well. She was washing Dad's face with it the other night. I remember now. A bit of muff diving. My missus is still saying she wanted a horse. A fucking bloody horse. I finally agreed. I said, if you're going to get one, we're going to get a racehorse. Because, you can race it. You make a few quid, and take the thing to fucking Newmarket, 3 legs on it, I said, on one condition, though. I said, you got to call it My Face. My Face? She said, I really want a horse. I'll do anything. I said, okay, we'll call it My Face. We took it down to races. And she was going, come on, My Face. Come on, My Face. And, kindly, I said yes. Come on, My Face. Quick sip. My mate's son, he's really smart. He was in the history lesson at school. Teacher was there, glasses on, looking at you like that, like I do. Looking down. And I said, name 3 kings in the past that made the people happy. He said, drinking, smoking, and fucking. He's a fucking smart kid, isn't he? Cock. The people often tell you, don't they, to grow some balls, grow some balls to toughen up. And I thought, what's the fucking point of saying that? Balls are fucking sensitive and weak. Someone kick you in the neck, it's fucking hell, it hurts. If you want to be tough, lads, you've got to grow a fucking fanny, ain't you? They take a damn good fucking pounding, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Well, it depends who you are, Depends how much effort you put in. I just called up Nissan. I said, about the new car you're advertising on the fucking TV, I'd like to order one. The Nissan Qashqai. What does fucking Qashqai even fucking mean? And he said, which one? I said, the one off the advert I've just watched. I said, yeah, the one that can drive up the high-rise building, straight up, jump off sideways and fly through the air doing fucking somersaults. I'll have one of them. I'll have the blue one. Has it got really strong seat belts in? I don't want the kids to fall out when I'm fucking spiralling through the fucking sky. They fucking hung up on me. I said, cars don't drive up buildings and fucking fly around, dickhead. It's false advertising. Do you know what I mean? Anyone like computers and stuff, you look on the TV, don't you? You get a computer game come up, you go, look at that, it's fucking brilliant. And then a little yellow writing come up at the bottom and says, this is not actual gameplay. And you're like, well, fuck off then. Who do you think you are, fucking NASA? CGI bullshit, I want to see the real game. Yeah. You want to see what it's really like, don't you? You don't want really good graphics to come up when you play it. It's absolutely shite, do you? You know what I mean? I went on Gumtree. That's an online marketplace in the UK. Like, good for local stuff. And I like it. It's good. It said on there, for sale, a parachute. Used once, unopened, small red stain. I thought, well, that sounds like a bargain, that. I'll get that. The red stain wasn't that big. Do you think I'm looking old? Fucking mask. God, fucking tell. I walked past the cemetery earlier, these two cheeky cunts chasing me with shovels. Yeah. Do you know what, Cock? If you tell someone you're a comedian, they always say one of these things. They say, so you think you're fucking funny, do you? And I'm like, well, I fucking hope so. I'm trying to be a comedian. Or they go, go on then, tell me a joke, make me laugh. And I always like, I got fed up. I just say, if you want a joke, go and fucking look in the mirror, you know? Everybody couldn't. But I'm going to be on a stage near you. Soon. Coming soon. Washed long and hard and full of semen. A submarine. Got dirty minds, this lot. The other day, this tramp stopped me. He said, will you give me £2 for a sandwich? I said, let me have a look at it then. I'm not cruel. I bought him a cup of coffee and a sausage roll from Greg's. And I got myself a fucking gravy slice. Well, it's a steak slice, but there's no fucking steak in it, is there? Anyone had one lately? Fuck me. Burnt me fucking lip. And what's hot, pink and wet? Undercooked fucking bacon. I had to get a refund for that fucking thing and all. What's the difference between ooh and ah? About 4 inches. I wish I'd never bought that bloody penis pump now. It's caused me nothing but trouble, Cock. And there was this woman in the shop the other day. Her hair was all messy and it kept falling out. She said, I need something to hold my buns. So I held her tits, you know, nice and gently, with a big smile, as you do. I got fucking arrested, sexual harassment. The fucking policeman come up. I said, she fucking asked me to hold them for her. How did I know she wanted a fucking hair tie? I thought it was quite unfair, that was. Yeah. My missus, she said, I'm getting older now. You want me to look good, don't you? I said, yes, dear. She said, will you get me a facelift? I said, I will, but what if the fucking face underneath is worse than the one you got? And no sex for me for fucking 6 months. It's twice as this year if I fucking done that now. Fucking hell, Cock. Well, I thought that was fucking funny anyway. Yeah. My mate's missus, she said to him she wants her breast enlargement. She's got tiny little ones. He said, that's a bit expensive, that. He said, why don't you save yourself the expense? Just get some toilet paper and rub it on your tits each day. And she said, well, will that help? He said, that's done wonders for your fucking big fat hairy arse. That's fucking grown, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all in this fucking mess together. My missus crashed a car today. Fucking hell. She said to the police officer that the man she collided with was on drugs, drinking beer, and on his mobile phone when she collided with him. And the police officer said he can do what he likes when he's in his own fucking house. He sat in the front room. She crashed through the fucking wall. Yeah. Terrible. Made this shit up myself, you know. Fucking hell. Oh, I tell you, that's got fucking cold, though. I went out the other day. I put my hand on a button and it stuck. Couldn't fucking get off. They get the fucking cleaner at work to pull me off. Yeah, you'll never guess, but I used to work in the circus. 10 years, man and boy. You know, I never performed or anything. I mean, I was the only one who could ever put the fucking tent away. They had to keep me. My mate and his missus, they fucking hate each other. They're constantly arguing. He said that they'd had sex for years and she's only started having good orgasms now just so she can fucking moan at him a bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just so she can moan at him a bit more. Yeah, I thought that was fucking funny. What does a gay man and a mouse have in common? Well, they both hate big hairy pussies, don't they? Big hairy pussies. What's the difference between a clitoris and a mobile phone? A mobile phone and a clitoris? Well, one works much better when it's wet, and the other one is fucked when it gets wet, isn't it? It needs to remain dry. Don't you know, mobile phones and clitoris are the same, really, because every cunt's got one. Yeah, my mate Danny, He's got a brother called Jack. They were named Jack and Danny after the place they fucking come from. The old Jack and Danny. He said he wants me to tell a joke, so here it is. He said, why is being in the military like a blowjob? I said, I don't know. He said, the closer you get to discharge, the better it feels. He's probably right. My mate and his missus had a big argument. He said, you're not so fucking good in bed yourself, And he got up and he went to work and, and he thought he felt bad and he called her at lunchtime and he said, look, I'm sorry. We have an argument all the time. He said, what are you doing? She said, I'm in bed. He said, what, fucking lunchtime? What are you doing in bed this late? She said, I'm getting a second opinion. She said, you were right. He said the fucking same thing. I was doing a gig, open mic, and this horrible Karen type lady come up. He said, if you were my fella, I'd put poison in your tea. I said, if I was your fucking fella, I'd put poison in my own fucking tea, love. You know what I mean? Miserable cow. I was out in a nightclub, I was chatting up a nice girl, and after a while she would turn around and she went, you're a bit of a tool, ain't you? And I said, well, yeah, I got hammered, I ended up fucking nailing her, so she was right, wasn't she? A bit of a tool. Yeah, my mate's missus is so mean to him these days. He bought her a Happy Meal. By the time she'd open it fucking burst into tears. Terrible. My friend Steve, he's an engineer, but he has a problem. He's got a phobia of over-engineered buildings. He has a complex. Fucking hell, that's a mouthful. Thinking of a blowjob, isn't it? My mate come home from work and he found his missus in bed with a man on top of her. And he shouted, what the hell are you two doing? And she just looked at the bloke on top of her and went, I told you he was fucking stupid. And obvious what they're doing, isn't it? Damn good Rogering. My mate's missus is horrible though. She is quite mean. She went in the kitchen, she started slicing an onion and the fucking onion burst into tears. And I recently bumped into a mate. He had a lovely tan. I was like, holiday? You lucky bastard. I said, what was it like? He said, it was horrible. It reminded me of the wife's fanny. I said, what, wet and bushy? He said, no, hot, sticky, stunky, you fucking wouldn't want to go there again. Fucking hell. A rough old dive. I want to be fucking going down on that. Right. Thanks for listening. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And add a comment. Tell me some more shit you want. Tell me how to dress up me cock. And tell me I'm a wanker. Anything. And I'll try and do some good stuff for next time. Have a good one. Take care.